didn't have the camera on while I was doing this, but I kind of cleaned these up on the belt sander, gave them the basic shape that I wanted. Yeah, well, sorry you didn't get to see that, but you really only missed a couple minutes of flat sanding on the grinder, belt sander. And, yeah, the real thing is this. I still haven't quite figured out how I'm going to get the hole in this. So, let me think about that for a second. Well, I was thinking about cutting the slot in it with a grinder. Now I'm kind of thinking about maybe I might take an end mill to it, put it in the milling machine, and machine a slot in it. Drill the holes first, then machine the slot. Being the size of these, we'll probably use a 1/4 inch bolt. So I need to drill a 1/4 inch hole in this, or a 17/64 hole, which is a clearance hole, 1/4 inch. First things first, I can cut the end off of this. Then put it on the belt sander and kind of grind it close to being flat. That way I can stick it in the vise in the milling machine. Grind both sides, practically flat. And I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be perfect for what it is. I mean, I'm just making a puller so I can use windshield wipers off this car. Yeah, let's do that. Cut this off, cut off the belt, grind it on the belt sander. My safety glasses out. Glasses, let's go. That'll be better. Sparks will burn holes in your shirt. You won't really notice it until you go to wash it, and then dry it, go to fold it, and you'll see all the holes in it. beautiful. So, we're going to go ahead and grind both sides to a flat, well, close enough. all the forging marks. It's fine. It's totally handmade. And I love it. So now we need to figure out what we're going to do about the slot. I know I need to put a hole in it. And now I need to put a through hole in it. Put 2 holes on the sides and a through hole. Kind of need to figure out where the holes need to be at as well for this thing to want to grab something on the center, not be too far, like, you know, inward. And I want them to be a certain X amount, that way they grab on a peak and not opposing. I did make these things at an angle on the inside, so I can always change that, but something like half an inch in or so should probably be a pretty good point. Make an eyeball line in a spot that I feel happy with. And we'll just double check it. And it's only done by pencil, so if it's not good enough, what I feel is going to work, should be just fine. Make a center reference. That pretty close to an eyeball center. That was nice. Awesome. I'm going to use this punch to hit it with, just in case it's harder than I think it is. That way I don't destroy my good one. Fairly soft. Awesome. What I was hoping for. Technically, you should have your safety glasses on while you're doing that too, because a chunk of this could fly off and hit you in the eye. Dangerous. We gotta drill 2 holes here, 1 hole here. This hole needs to be tapped. And we gotta slot this. So, we set up the milling machine. Got these saw blades from work, broken blades, make some Damascus out of. I did cut like 8 pieces off the other day and forged them together just to see how they were going to forge together. Then I put it in the vise, smacked it with the hammer to see how well it forged. Let me say, that is one solid piece of material. They forged together very nicely. That's why it's in the scrap bin. It was just something I forged together to test, see how it was going to forge. How well it was going to forge together to itself anyway. Alright, so now we have that. I guess we need to find an actual center point. Come back and find another center. She's done it off the center that I already had set up, but that's okay. Hey, what do you know? Right on, both times. Okay. So let's go ahead and give that a nice little trick punch. Get it set. Beautiful. I love it. Safety glasses on. One more for good measure. Awesome. I've got these, got that. We'll worry about the center here after we get all these holes drilled. Using the milling machine. Change the tool. No air hooked up to the machine. Situate air on the machine at the moment. Submit the hose because I needed it. Let's run that. This brand new saw blade back up here where it's on the floor. I knocked it off while I was getting the air hose established. Blowout. Need to get a new air hose. We'll take care of that. I guess it's Friday. Alright, the money I want to see in my check is there. Continue to keep working for the person I'm working for right now. At least for a little while anyway, until things get rolling again for me. That is to say. Customs and the Scorpion Forge. So, at some point in time, get all my stuff reestablished. I'll start making money for myself again. I really don't like working for people. Never gonna get your true value out of anyone. Yourself. With all my skills and all my knowledge, worth more than anyone could ever think of paying me. That's why when it came down to it, days to see what I was worth to him. I went in there and told him what I wanted to see to keep me there. On the bottom dollar of what I wanted to see. Not the top dollar. Because, you know, I didn't want to scare him. Which, I kind of scared him with my bottom dollar too, but at the end of the day, he accepted it because, as I just said, my level of skill in every aspect of everything I do is very high. I mean, granted, when I'm doing stuff for myself, yes, it doesn't have to be perfect for me. But when I'm doing other things for other people, it's a different story. Oh, nice. What do you know? We got a 3/8 end mill sitting in here already. And wow, if that's not almost exactly 3/8. We're going to put a drill chuck in there, and we're going to put a drill bit in this. We're going to drill these holes. Start with 1/4 inch. Pretty sure it's a 1/4 inch bit.